Hey everybody, welcome back to Two Nerds and a Podcast. Today, we're chit-chatting about a variety of things because we love a good chit-chat. That's all we do here on this channel is chit-chat about various things. We are at the end of March. And
Which
there's
is
gonna,
crazy.
yeah, I can't
How did
believe,
that happen?
January lasted about 5 million years.
Yeah, it
February
did.
was like a weird time warp, and now we're in March. Like, it's crazy. So
And it's almost April.
it's almost April, which honestly, I know people always say like Christmas is the craziest time of year. I feel like for me and probably you, it's April.
Yeah, because our
It just seems like
birthdays.
it's our birthdays. It seems like April is the trending month for things to be happening. Um, so we're going to talk about various things, what we're excited for. I did go to Universal this past weekend as a kickoff to my birthday celebration because my birthday is next week, which
But
is
not with
crazy.
me. I did not get to go,
No, and
unfortunately.
you know what's so funny is every time I go without you, I'm just like, why does this feel weird? And it's literally because you are the only person I consistently go to Universal with for like the last like 3 years. My parents will go every once in a while, but like this is the first year that we've had passes in a
hmm
while because I've actually had a Disney pass for the past couple of years. So we normally do Disney. So it was funny going to Universal without my parents and without you. So I went without my usual crew just in general. But and this is the first time I've been on a Sunday in a while. I feel like every time I end up going, it's either a weekday or a Saturday.
hmm
And I am here to tell you that spring has definitely sprung here in Southern California. It was the most gorgeous day outside. It wasn't blazing hot, it wasn't cold. The weather was perfect. It wasn't super crowded. I think the longest thing we waited for was the Super Mario ride, and we were in that line for like 30 minutes, which isn't bad.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, like I was telling everybody at work, I go, there was a lot of like people, like when you got in line, you went, oh God, there's so many people in this line. But like, you're just constantly walking. Like, there was no standing in line, you were
Yeah.
walking in line. So like that half an hour was just like a half an hour of just like continuously shuffling through the line. Which honestly, I would rather stand in a line like that than one where you're like standing for half an hour and then you move 2 steps and you stand for another half an hour.
Yeah.
Um,
No, thank you.
yeah, but they have changed. There's a lot of change happening at Universal Studios Hollywood. The main thing is they are building a gigantic roller coaster
In like the middle of the park,
in
yeah.
the like literally the middle of the park, like dead center middle of the park. They're building a giant Fast and the Furious themed roller coaster. Uh,
Universal is gripping onto that Fast and Furious franchise so
yeah,
hard.
so
They are
hard,
they
like
will
with all
never
their
let that
might.
die. They are never gonna
No,
let Fast and Furious die.
no, absolutely not. And you know what's funny is because I was like, somebody like higher up must love the Fast and the Furious. Like
Probably.
that's my theory is somebody out there like the president of Universal or something is like, I love this franchise, it will never
We
die.
are never getting rid of it.
Yeah, but actually my boss knows somebody that worked at Universal and was like, dude, what's with all the Fast and the Furious stuff? Like, why is that the one that's like constantly like they keep it alive? And I guess his friend said it's the one franchise that makes Universal the most money.
What? That's
Like
crazy.
the Fast and the Furious franchise is super supportive. Like they are out here, they are fueling the box office, they are fueling DVD sales, they are fueling like rental service. They're like the top earner out of like the Universal owned franchises. So nothing in partnership with Warner, which is what Harry Potter
Mm-hmm.
is. Nothing in partnership with Nickelodeon, with HBO, anything like that. So just out of the pure Universal franchises. Fast and the Furious is a moneymaker, which is why they keep making movies, why they keep doing stuff in the park with Fast and the Furious. I also don't know. I was talking to one of my friends from work the other day because we were also talking about this, and he was like, one of his friends had never seen a Fast and the Furious movie, and they went to Universal together. And he was like, it's the most California movie you will ever see.
Yeah,
And like,
pretty
if you
much.
watch the first two, that's 100% true. It definitely is. Like, if you are trying to explain California to somebody, make them watch the first Fast and the Furious movie. It's literally like you look at it and you go, yeah, that's definitely California. 100%. Like, it is. And so I don't know if that's why it's a big push to keep it in Universal Hollywood specifically. Like, I feel like every time we get something that we get something before Florida does, it's always Fast and the Furious related.
Yeah. Um Honestly, I don't understand why either because I feel like
Yeah.
once you've seen the first two, you've seen them all, you
Yeah,
know?
honestly, it was funny because so I always get like bits and pieces of the later movies, and like it gets really ridiculous in the later movies. Like at one point, they're in space in a car. Um, Vin Diesel is like shooting a grappling hook out of his car to hang on to the side of a cliff, and they survive. So like you're like, wow, this is like really crazy. And so I did like over the summer, I was like, I'm gonna watch the Fast and the Furious movies in order, start to finish. And I wanted to see like where it would get crazy because the one that I remember the most is Tokyo Drift, which is number
Yeah.
3.
Mhm.
But honestly, Tokyo Drift has like 99% nothing to do with the rest of the franchise. There is like they share one actor. That is it. Like none of the original cast is in it. The main guy, he's in like one other movie, like way down the line, because they were like, oh, we're bringing back like everybody who's ever been in this franchise. But it's like its own separate entity. But literally, I watched the first one and I'm like, okay, that like to me, it's Fast and Furious. It's about racing and family and all of that. You get to the second one and it already starts getting ridiculous. You're already like, that's 100% not how it would happen in real life. So the franchise has been ridiculous quite literally from the beginning.
Yeah.
But
Also,
the
I will
fandom is here for it.
the fandom is here for it. Also, I will never forgive Universal for taking out the Tokyo Drift um
Ugh,
attraction
that was
because that
literally
was
the best one.
I know it was like the one they have now is I'm sorry, I hate the one that they have now. It's not good. The one they have now, especially because you go okay, because the one they have now, if you've
Yes.
never been on the studio tour, you go in this like tunnel and it's
Mm-hmm.
a big 360 like 3D projector screen and you're
Yes.
like in the Fast and the Furious, okay?
Yeah.
But before you go through that one, you go through the King Kong one, which is so much better.
Yes. Yes.
And like we don't need both.
Well,
So
good news because they got rid of the Fast and the Furious one.
it's not there right now at all.
Well, I mean, like the building is still there, but it is no longer a part of the tour because they are.
Oh.
Because here's the thing: when they announced that the coaster was going to be Fast and the Furious themed, I was like, that's a lot of Fast and the Furious because you're going to go from being a 15-minute segment on the tram, walk across the like main aisle of Universal to go on the roller coaster.
Yeah.
Like that's it's not even like it didn't even seem like it would you can't have like a different story within the Fast and the Furious because it's literally about the same people the entire time. Right? Like the Harry Potter riots like in Orlando, like you have the one that's in the castle with the Quidditch, and like it's the same one as here in Hollywood. And then you have like the little like hippogriff roller
Hmm.
coaster, same one as Hollywood, and then Orlando has the Hagrid's motorcycle
Oh yeah, yeah,
ride.
yeah.
So you're dealing with like the main cast, Buckbeak the Hippogriff, and then Hagrid in three separate rides. That makes sense. The Harry Potter universe is vast. It has a lot of characters that you can make rides based off of. Fast and the Furious is literally about Vin Diesel, his girlfriend, and
And
his best
family.
friend, and family, and the power of family, and that can make you go to space in a car. So I'm just like, what are we doing? So I was pleased to hear that it is no longer going to be a part of the tram.
I wonder
Thank
what they're
God,
gonna
because
do.
it's the most boring part of the tram.
No, it really is. It's like my least favorite part of the tram ride, for
Yeah,
sure.
like at first I was like, oh, okay, because the Tokyo Drift one, which one is superior, but two, it like I feel like it was open for like I don't know, I would say anywhere between like 5 and 8 years. I feel like it wasn't that long. Um, and then it was closed, but you still had to drive by it on the tram. So
Hmm.
you're always like, can we reopen that one?
Yeah, please.
We literally are still taking the same route. Can we have that one back? And Universal was like, no. But you can have this one, which is literally like the King Kong ride, but not nearly as cool. And we're
Yeah,
trying to still make sure that Fast and the Furious is still a thing. So
it
here
will
you go.
always be a thing. I wonder what they're gonna do instead now. Hmm.
Literally anything else.
Literally anything Universal. Like, you guys have so much money and talent and franchises besides Fast and the Furious.
I really wish they would do something movie monster related because they've really taken out all of their movie monster stuff.
Hmm.
Or something it was never my favorite part of the tram, but they used to have that tunnel that was the mummy. You know
Oh
that
yeah, yeah,
tunnel
yeah.
that like
Hmm.
spun and it made you feel like the tram was spinning. I always hated it because it made my head hurt. But it was still like the Mummy franchise, which I know they have the the Mummy ride, but it was still some like a franchise that's not necessarily like quote unquote popular. I would say the Mummy has gained like cult classic status now.
Yeah,
And if you've never seen The Mummy, I need you. We had a whole episode about Brendan Fraser. I need you
go
and The
watch
Mummy
it.
actually
Hmm.
to go watch it because Brendan Fraser, one, is very beautiful in that movie. The whole cast is beautiful. But two, Brendan Fraser in that movie is so sarcastic and hilarious that it's like 10 out of 10
That
every
was
time,
my
forever.
that was like my comfort movie when I was a child, which is bad. I don't know why my parents were like, "This is a good movie to show her." When I was like 4, my mom was like, "She loves the Mummy." Maybe that's what happened to me.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So I don't know what they're gonna put on there. I'm hoping maybe they'll put because they have, which I love, the Jupiter's Claim set from Nope. So I'm kind of hoping maybe they'll put something else kind of related. But my sense is because they've already built that building to be a 3D experience, that they'll keep it 3D experience. They'll just change the franchise.
Hmm. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, I actually I actually think it'd be kind of cool if they did something maybe Back to the Future
That would be cool.
because the Simpsons ride used to be Back to the Future when I first started going to Universal. I rode it once and I hated it. But I don't even really like the Simpsons ride either. But I think Back to the Future would be a really good one because, like, right now in particular, they have a lot of new Back to the Future merch,
Hmm.
and they're doing a lot of Back to the Future stuff. Because Casey and I are going to FanFest at the beginning of May, and one of their main weeb attractors is Back to the Future for that, amongst some anime and some other things. So
Hmm.
I think seeing maybe something a little more Back to the Future would be cool.
Or
Um,
ET.
yeah, I don't. Although you know what's funny, they actually do have ET merch currently. Um,
What?
Yeah, so Transformers is currently closed for refurbishment.
Hmm.
So the little store that I will probably forever call the Transformers store, I noticed they took the signs off, so I think it's just a studio store now. Um, but that had some ET merch, it had Jaws merch, still had Transformers merch. And then last year was an anniversary for the Creature of the Black Lagoon, so they still have some of that merch left. Um, but I know Casey will be very excited about this next tidbit of information. It is the 40th anniversary of Jaws.
Oh,
So
yay. We
yeah,
love
and
Jaws.
that starts in May. That celebration. So
Oh, joy.
when we're there for FanFest, there will be fake sharks everywhere, just for
And I'll
Casey.
hate them.
It's so funny because I have a friend from work, and her favorite animal is a shark, and her favorite movie is Jaws. So she's very excited about all of the anniversary stuff. But it does make me giggle because Casey hates with a passion, Bruce, the
I
mechanical
do.
shark.
I hate him. I also hate that picture. Dude, there's like a picture
Mm-hmm.
of, I'm assuming it's Steven Spielberg.
Oh, sitting in
Oh
the
my god, that is the
yeah.
most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
It is
I
Steven, yeah.
ew. Why would he do that?
Yeah,
That is like
yeah.
my biggest fear, and you're just doing it for fun. Ew. I'm mad.
Oh man, that's hilarious. But yes, and then I was very excited. So when I went to Universal back in February, and they were doing a lot of filming on the lot, so the Metropolitan sets were all closed. And so this time they were, I don't think they were filming anything on the lot. It didn't seem like there was anybody on the lot. So um all of that was open. We got to do the little earthquake thing, which was really fun because Holden, uh one of the friends that I went with, he didn't get to do it last time. So
The
we got to do
earthquake
it
is
this
fun.
time.
It is
The
fun. I do
earthquake
like
is
that.
fun. Um, they've still never changed anything with that, which I'm kind of surprised. Like they've never changed the set dressing or anything in there. They've literally left it just the same.
Yeah.
Um, like I'm just kind of surprised they've never like repainted it or anything. I know they've like refurbished and like cleaned it out and stuff, but they've never really changed much about it. Um, and then what else did they have? I noticed they built a ton of new sound stages. So the filming portion of the lot has expanded like at least like 6 sound stages, which is crazy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and our tour guide, who was top notch, his name was Tim. Um, and he was like rattling off a lot of like shows and stuff. So I've noticed Universal has a lot of streaming services filming their shows on the lot. So I think that's
Oh, that's
pretty
cool.
cool that like everybody's using the Universal lot. Um and there wasn't a ton of trailers because there's this one area right before you go into the earthquake one that normally when you look to the left, it's filled with trailers, especially if Hallmark happens to be filming.
Hmm.
Because they always film in the like little set house right next door to the earthquake thingy. But that lawn was actually empty, and I'm like, oh dang,
Oh.
nobody filming today. But the weather was super nice. I was very excited, and so was my friend Brooke. They had, which I have never seen before, they had a couple of clearance sections in a couple of the gift shops.
What?
Yeah. So uh all the merch in that section was quote unquote up to 50% off. I think everything we had was 50% off. So like I got myself a new Jurassic Park tank top for $13.
Nice.
Yeah. And
Wait, did you go on
then
Jurassic Park? Did you guys go on that ride?
we did because it's awesome and it was actually warm enough. We sat in the third row in the middle.
Hmm.
So we didn't get too wet. But the picture was absolutely hilarious because Holden is a screamer. So he's screaming for his life. And Brooke and I, in attempt to not, because I had a face full of makeup as per usual, and she didn't want to get wet. So in the picture, we are literally like my face is in the crook of my arm, and we are leaning into each other as to not get wet. So the picture is
That's fair.
absolutely hilarious. But we did. There was no mechanical malfunctions this time, which was fabulous. They did definitely. They're turning the water up to
For this.
summer levels.
Yeah.
Um, and I almost took a poncho, and I was like, I don't really care about my hair today, but I do care about my makeup, which is easy enough to cover.
Mhm.
And I was very happy. My makeup lasted all day. I was trying a new eye primer, and I was like, this is going to be the test to see if it's actually good.
Oh
And it
yeah.
was. So I was
Good.
very
Good.
happy with that. Let's see. What else? Oh, okay. So we went in celebration of my birthday. Me and
Yes.
so I got lots of people saying happy birthday, which is fabulous. But we end up going, which I haven't been to in a while. We saw the last showing of the Waterworld show, and like we're walking like up to, because Brooke is like, if we show up like a little bit early, like 20 minutes early versus 15 minutes early, it's fine, because then we'll just get closer to the front of the line and get to choose our seat first. So we're
Mhm.
walking, and of course, because it's the last show of the day, everybody and their grandma's already there, and like everybody. And so we're walking in, and one of the worker guys was like, oh, happy birthday. And I was like, oh, thank you. And he was like, how many people you got in your party? And I was like, I have 3. And he was like, you can come into the express line.
Oh.
Yeah, so we got to go on the express line, and so we got the seats that we wanted, which is dead center, very back. So,
What? Not dead center in the front?
no. Although actually we could have. I don't know. Brooke was she was the one leading the brigade, and I was like, I don't care. I've literally probably sat in every single seat in that
Yeah.
show. Um, I've seen it thousands of times, so whatever. But Holden had never seen it, so that was another first for him because we did not do it last time. Um, but Waterworld is still spectacular as ever. They definitely added some more pyrotechnic effects, which
Mhm.
is nice. Um, and it looks like, I think, was it last year went through a refurbishment? I don't know, but the everything looked. I mean, I know it's not supposed to look squeaky clean, but it looked like it had gotten a clean.
A nice little upgrade.
Yeah, it didn't look all crusty, dusty like it had been like discarded at the wayside. Um, and the stunts are still, of course, stunning as ever.
Phenomenal.
Um,
Yes. Very
yeah,
good. If you
yeah,
haven't seen
and
it, go
then
see it.
yeah, if you haven't seen it and you ever go to Universal Hollywood, definitely make time for it. It's one of the very few shows they have left, but it's a very spectacular one. So, highly recommend. But yeah, we did a lot of shopping. So I bought my Jurassic Park T-shirt. I bought a Jurassic Park magnet that was like $2. They had some pins. They had a Waterworld patch in the clearance. I was like,
What?
yeah. So I bought that, and then in Harry Potter, in the store that's like a big circle that you just like go around in,
Hmm.
um they have it's a hardcover book, and you open it, it's like a little trifold, and it's a map of where all of the like interactive little windows are, and
Mm-hmm.
you can buy coins of each spell to put them in this little book. It's like a little coin book. And I looked at it last time when I went with my family, and I'm like, that's really cool, but you had to buy the book, which I think was like, I don't know, it had to have been at least $20 for just the book. And then each coin was $8. And I'm like, that's a lot.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like that's a lot of money for like some little coins and a map. But that must have been like a really big consensus, because Brooke and I were looking at the keychains, and she was like, hey, that sign up there says that this book with the coins is $35. And I was like, do you get all the coins? And she goes, I think so. So I asked the cashier lady, and yeah, sure enough, for $35 at $110 value, You
Holy
get the book.
guacamole.
Yeah, you get the book and all the coins. So I bought that. I was
Nice.
like, I need that. I also have the Universal credit card. And the points earned from that credit card get you gift cards for the park. So I had a $25 gift card. So I was like,
Nice.
yeah, so a nice chunk of change off, which was fabulous. And then we had lunch at the Toadstool Cafe, which was delicious as always.
Wonderful. Best place.
Yeah, I had the Luigi burger this time, which is basically a piece of chicken with pest some kind of pesto sauce. It kind of tasted like pesto ranch, but I don't know if that's exactly what it was. It was delicious. The fries, it came with truffle fries. Those were really good too. Um, and we did watch a lady. She had one of like the souvenir cups, like the Universal ones, not the Mario ones. She literally turned around with her tray and the cup fell, like it came unscrewed, and there was Sprite everywhere.
My gosh, that's so sad.
It was terrible. And then, of course, the people that were ordering in front of us had like five adults and like six children.
Oh
And then they didn't speak English, so they're trying to order, and I'm like, and then they didn't know what they wanted, and then blah, 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 and I'm like, why do I always get stuck behind the people that don't know what they want? But it was a beautiful day. It was very fun. I think Brooke and I drove Holden a bit mad because Brooke and I are shoppers,
that's
and
fair.
so well, yeah. When I went with Holden last time, because it was me, him, and his dad, there was no shopping. I did not get any coffee. There was no shopping. And it was like I was home before 5 p.m. I was like,
Right.
oh,
You're like strictly, we're sticking to a schedule. We are
yeah.
not wandering here.
Yeah, and like last time we went for his birthday, so I was like, we do what you want. But this time it's my birthday, so we're gonna do what I want.
Which is
So
shop.
yeah, which is shopping. I especially because like the second I have a gift card in my wallet, I have to spend it now. It's
Yeah.
burning a hole. It needs to be spent. Um, but I'm very excited because I'm actually getting a second one, which I will use on our FanFest night.
Yay.
So
Which
I'm
will be
very
fun.
excited. FanFest is going to be super exciting. Brooke is going to be joining us for FanFest, so now we're going to be a trio, which is super fun.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I've been seeing because I follow them on Instagram and stuff. I've been seeing like pictures of the food. I'm a merch girly, so I haven't seen any of the merch yet. So I'm super excited. But the food looks
The food looks
amazing.
fun.
So I'm super excited. We love good snacks, good drinks. I'm still like I still don't know like what any of the I'm gonna call them mazes. I don't know if that's what they're calling them, but like that's essentially what it is a maze, just like Horror Nights, except not scary.
Hmm.
So it's very
Nerdy.
exciting because Casey's the Jujutsu Kaisen fan. I'm the One Piece fan, and Brooke's the Dungeon and Dragons fan. So we've got a lot of ground to cover with the three of us. So it'll be very exciting.
It'll be fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, and I love Universal at night. It's so pretty and it's so
At
nice
night.
at night. Um, good old SpongeBob. Um, but yeah, I think that's all I have for Universal. So that was my weekend. It was very nice. I enjoyed. Um, and then my birthday is next week. We're going to Disneyland. I'm very excited.
On your birthday?
We're literally going on my birthday. My birthday is on a Tuesday this
A
year.
Tuesday.
A Tuesday, isn't it? And it was funny. So there's this video going around that's supernatural related. So if any of y'all have ever seen Supernatural, there's an episode that Sam and Dean basically get stuck in a time loop of a Tuesday by a trickster. And so every time Sam wakes up, it's Tuesday. And it starts with Asia's Heat of the Moment playing on the radio. Dean's tying his shoes and he goes, "Rise and shine, Sammy." And then they proceed to watch Dean dies like about 100 times just in that single episode because the trickster keeps like killing him off and then resetting the day. And so there was a reel, I saw it on reels, it was probably on TikTok too, but going around saying when April Fool's Day is on a Tuesday, and I was like, yes, I love when my birthday involves supernatural.
On a
10 out of 10
Tuesday.
on a Tuesday, isn't it? um and then the love of my life's birthday is literally the day after. It's Pedro's birthday.
Yes. You
And
guys are Aries.
yep,
You're little
yep.
Aries.
Yeah, we truly, like, honestly, sometimes when I see him in interviews or videos and stuff like that, I'm like, my god, we're the same person. We're just chaotic in the most random way. um and then his movie, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this last time, his movie Freaky Tales comes out on April 4th. I believe it's coming out in theaters or DVD. I don't remember. I feel like it's theaters though. Which that movie was made last. It premiered at a film festival last year, I think. So it's finally hitting like mainstream viewership, which is very exciting. He plays yet again a grumpy dad figure in this movie.
Which we love always.
We love that for him and for us. Um, yeah, and then what day are you seeing? Is Poppy on your birthday or is it before your birthday?
It is on the 22nd.
Oh, okay. So Casey's seeing Poppy. What
Yeah.
song do you hope she plays?
Well, I already looked at the set list because
Of course you did.
I I have to know, and I made the playlist and I sent it to Jamie.
Nice.
But she is playing one of my favorite songs, which is "The Center Is Falling Out," and I'm
Oh,
very excited. She's so cutesy. I love her so much. I
yeah.
can't wait. It's gonna be so fun. I have seen Poppy at a music festival, but this will be my first like actual Poppy
Concert.
show. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and like the venues are like pretty small, so I feel like no
Up
matter
close
where
and
I'm at,
personal.
yeah, I'll be pretty close. But I can't wait. It'll be so fun.
Yeah, I remember this must have been like last year. One of my friends that I know through Wyatt, his actual name is Derek, but we all call him Pepper because that's what his online name is. But he went and saw Poppy. I don't know if it was just like a her only show or if it was a like a multi artist situation. But
Hmm.
I do remember him going, if you ever get the chance to see her live, do it because her screams in person are so different than versus on like a recording.
Hmm.
And I will say her screams at Mayhem, 10 out of 10. Chef kiss. I wish I could scream like that. I could never, not even in my dreams.
Yeah, same. I love her. Like she does like a high pitched like banshee scream.
Yeah.
Oh, it's always so good. But I'm very excited. That'll be fun. It's in Phoenix. I've never been to the venue
Oh.
it's at, but we do have to go to Phoenix, so that's fun. I don't I mean, it's not a bad drive. I just
It's just
Phoenix is okay.
Phoenix.
Yeah, it's Phoenix.
Yeah. Yeah. But Poppy's there, so that makes it everything better. And her wardrobe is always 10 out of 10.
Oh, she's always stunning. She always wears the
Ah,
cutest things and she
yes.
slays.
Absolutely. And I love it cuz like I feel like in a lot of like her more editorial stuff, her makeup can be kind of crazy, but like it still suits her face. And then
Hmm.
like her normal like stage makeup isn't crazy, but like it just like pops, makes her features pop.
Yeah. Oh,
So
she's so
good.
great. I love her. I can't wait. It's gonna be so fun.
That's gonna be so good. Take lots of pictures, take lots of
Of course.
videos.
Always, always.
Don't get drunk before you get to the venue. Before you
Never.
get inside. You can after you get inside, get drunk. Not before.
Yeah.
Don't be silly.
Then no, we're not gonna be silly gooses this time. You know what? Me and Jamie are convinced that we were never supposed to go to Melanie Martinez because then she went to Bring Me the Horizon as her first concert, and
Yeah,
I feel like that
that
was a
was
way
meant to
better
be.
concert. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
it was all just in the cards. We were supposed to just get too
Absolutely.
silly, so it's fine.
Yeah. Speaking of Bring Me the Horizon, I know we've already mentioned this on the podcast, and no, we're not going to shut up about it until probably
October.
forever, even after after
Yeah.
it's over. Um, but we're going to Bring Me the Horizon. Jamie and the Casey and the Jamies. Sorry, I always want to say it backwards for whatever
Jamie and the
reason, and I'm like,
Casey.
yeah, like nope. Um, we're going to Bring Me the Horizon, and I love because Jamie keeps sending like screenshots of the resale value of the tickets in the area
Mm-hmm.
that we're sitting in. The latest one she sent was like $600
Yeah.
for a ticket for a
Mm-hmm.
seat.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
paid way less than that for all three of us.
It's crazy too because like Phoenix still has like pit tickets available, I guess.
Oh,
And their tickets, the pit tickets were for Phoenix were like $480.
oh my!
And I was like, that's crazy that like our seats for LA are more expensive than pit for I mean, I guess I get it because it's like LA, but still, I also could not imagine like $600.
For
I better
a
be
ticket,
Yeah, I better be like if I'm paying
I
anywhere
better
close to that, I better be meeting them. I better be getting backstage. Like I'm not paying six
yeah,
hundred dollars just to sit.
just to
Like no,
sit in the
yeah, no,
balcony.
yeah, no, heck no.
No. Yeah, I'm like, that's actually insane. But also, I love that we all Casey is basically the head of wardrobe. She picks a theme for us. For Mayhem, she was like, I'm thinking black and red. And so Jamie and I went, done. We got you. We all went in black and red. It was great. This time, she's like, I'm thinking sparkly. And Jamie and I are like, done. So Jamie sent in the group chat a cute pair, which is funny because I was actually looking at the same exact pair of pants from Shein. We love Shein here on the podcast, even if they get a little silly sometimes with shipping things. But I'm excited to see all of our outfits together. I feel like we're such a vibe,
Yeah,
and we honestly slay. I finally, if you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, I finally posted the mayhem vlog from October um on the channel, and one of my friends from work, she was like, you didn't do an outfit tour or an outfit put together, and I was like, yeah, it's been so long since I've properly vlogged anything that I don't know how to vlog
you're
anymore.
like I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm like, I don't know what this is. You're lucky I put out a vlog at all.
You get what
Um,
you get.
yeah, and honestly, I put out the vlog because my phone keeps yelling at me that it has no more storage on it, and I need to get rid of stuff. So that's my way of preserving my videos of Noah Sebastian. I'm like, to the YouTube channel it goes. Um, but this time we're definitely gonna have to do an outfit tour of everybody's tour. Casey's not allowed to put fake blood on her face
No,
unless it's you could do it eyes and under. That's it.
yeah. I was telling Jamie too because like at the KubaCon concert, I wore this like fishnet top thing and it was like the most
Yes.
uncomfortable thing I'd ever put on my body.
Yeah.
And then I was like talking to Jamie and I was like, so my outfit idea for Poppy, it will be probably the most uncomfortable thing I'll ever put on. But hear me out. I was like,
Oh my
listen,
god.
I don't know. I always pick like the most overstimulating. I have to wear 10,000 layers. Okay, I wore this
Yeah.
bodysuit to the KubaCon concert. It kept unbuttoning. I was like, I'm over this.
Oh
I am
yeah.
over it. And I do it every time. And so, aside from pop, like Warp Tour, I am not. I'm
Warp
wearing a
Tour,
t
you
shirt
better
and
be in.
shorts.
Yeah, don't. You're gonna be in California in the dead of summer.
Yeah,
You need to be in shorts and a tank top and
that's the
like
plan.
3,000 layers of sunscreen and a big sun hat.
Yeah, I'm not planning any fancy outfits for Warp Tour.
No, absolutely not.
So,
But
but I will never
I
learn my lesson.
no, but here's the thing, especially with like alternative styles, Because things like fishnets, things with holes in them, things with straps, things with chains, it looks so cool and it fits the vibe. And you're like, absolutely. The second you have to function in any of that, it's
It's terrible.
literally the worst. And you're like, I hate everything right now. Because you think, like, at the end of the day, there's nothing better than taking your makeup off, taking your bra off, and taking off the outfit that you thought was going to be the best outfit ever, and it's literally the worst thing to wear.
Yeah.
It's like,
And then you gotta
af-
peel all your layers off.
yeah, like, I'm actually kind of thankful because for Mayhem, I was originally going to wear fishnets, and I'm really thankful I forgot them because I felt so much relief peeling the what little I had on off after
Hmm.
Mayhem. I can't imagine if I
Oh,
had
it just
fishnets
comes
on.
off. It just comes like when I like for Kubla Khan because I
Yeah.
wore like a bodysuit, a skirt,
Mm-hmm.
and fish. Like it all came off in one piece.
Bam, bam, bam. Ba-na-na-na. She said one base. She
Chase
said
that
one
one piece. Chase that one piece. Yeah, but usually it's all just like it's one swift motion down and I'm done. Like I can't.
Oh, yeah. No. There is no like taking it off nicely,
Mm-mm.
taking it off to make sure. No, it's like literally. And honestly, like when you rip your fishnets or whatever, it just becomes a different vibe. That's
Yeah,
all.
it's even more
Adds to the
grungier.
fishnets. You don't have to worry about keeping them nice.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Duh.
But yeah, I'm super excited because we're like in an indoor concert venue for Bring Me the Horizon. So I'm very excited. I'm planning on like not having any sleeves on. So hopefully I won't like freeze to death. But also the show we're going to is freaking sold out.
Yeah.
And that's insane. I don't think I've ever been to a sold out show.
Um, I don't know if I have or not. Did you see? I don't know if Jamie has been bitching about it for the
Mm.
last, I don't even know how long, but the band, like the Sleep Token,
Uh-huh.
every single one of their shows that they just announced, every single one is sold out. And
I,
they had it like, so people can't like, they have the tickets so they're non transferable.
oh,
So like
yeah.
people couldn't scalp them.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, every single show is sold out.
Ooh, I bet the scalpers are mad though.
Oh, I'm sure they're pissed, but I'm glad that they didn't do that. But yeah, isn't that crazy? Every single one. You cannot get a
Yeah.
sleep token ticket.
But when was the last time Sleep Token went on a tour?
I don't know. I don't like really care for Sleep Token.
Yeah.
Jamie's the Sleep Token fan.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's been a while, and I think they just released an album or something.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
they definitely did because they've been popping up on my feed a lot. And I'm like, and I think it was an album related thing for like the last like year. It's like, you like Bad Omens? Here's some Sleep Token. And I'm like, cool. And then I was like, bring me the Horizon. And they're like, sure, we'll add that in, but here's more Sleep Token. I'm like, okay.
yeah, Sleep Token, they're okay. I'm not like a huge Sleep Token fan. But
I
yeah,
like
I
their
just
vibe. Like, I love going into like Hot Topic and stuff and like looking. Again, I'm a merch girly, so I love looking at their t shirts. And like, I don't listen to them, but that t shirt's really cool.
yeah. So if you talk to Jamie, send her some condolences for not getting Sleep Token tickets.
Yeah,
She
put an
is
F in the
sad.
chat for Jamie.
Yeah. Loser. Just
Oh
kidding.
my
She's gonna listen to this tomorrow and be like, I'm not a
god.
loser.
Yeah. Like, you can't call our number one fan a loser, Casey. That's
Okay, you're
frowned
right, you're right.
upon.
She's like, unsubscribe.
Yeah, delete. Like, no.
Uh,
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so I'm excited to see all our outfits for that. And then so you're gonna Poppy, and then it's your birthday, which is
yes.
exciting. You're gonna be 29?
29?
Get ready, if you subscribe to the podcast from here on out for the next year. We're gonna be saying that. all the time.
29?
I know Casey doesn't like to be reminded that she's getting closer and closer to 30, but 29 is fun because you can go 29 all
Yeah.
the time.
And then I just have to dread the big 3-0.
Yep. Yep.
Ugh. And
Yep.
then my life is over because I'm 30.
Yeah. Wow. Thanks. Guess I'm podcasting from the grave, guys.
Pretty much.
I don't exist anymore. I'm just old.
uh,
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk about, but now I don't remember.
if you hear that noise in the background, I just realized I'm playing with this squishy ball. I should have put it down, but it keeps making farty noises. So if you hear that in the background, I swear to God, it's the ball, not me. I just made a noise and I was like, oh my God, I hope you can hear that.
Oh my god.
If you hear a fart noise when you're editing, I swear it's the squishy ball.
I'm sure it is. I'm
Sure.
sure it is.
Every time me and Jamie hang out, she buys me a new fidget toy.
Oh, yeah, because you're like 5 years old. She's just like, here you go.
She's
Here's
like,
your
I
toy
gotta
for
keep
the
you
day.
busy. Yeah, she just bought me I got a cheese squishy yesterday.
Is
I
it
love
like
it.
is it like literally like
It's like
I don't
it looks like a big giant block of cheese, okay, but it's like a soft squishy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it so much.
We
That's what was
sell
my
those at
reward.
work. We sell those at work, and like the temptation to buy one is
Oh, it's
so strong.
amazing. It's amazing. I
I
love
know
it.
because like I've like squished it like because they have a little like opening in the box that
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
test squitch, and I'm like, oh no, it's like the perfect like outside texture and the perfect firmness.
Oh, it's so great. It was my reward for being good yesterday.
Wow. Yeah, cuz I actually recently just bought oh gosh, what are they called?
Hi, son.
Is that
You
ghosties?
want the cheese squishy?
Yeah, he would want some real cheese. But I just bought a squishy oh here, it has it's the Nido
Is it the
brand.
nice cube?
No, I
Oh,
actually got the puppy dog.
I want the nice cube so bad. I heard the nice cube is good to chew on, which I love. Don't ask me how I know that. Jamie, ask Jamie.
I'm
Um,
frowning right now. I know you can't see my face. I'm frowning in deep concern.
we may be a little bit on the spectrum, just a
A
tad
lot of
bit.
it. Definitely on the spectrum.
For sure on the
Um,
spectrum.
but yeah, so when I went, where did we go? I was hanging out with one of my friends from work. Her name is Milena. And we went to get tattoos. And she brings a stress ball with her. And so she had one, and I'm like, oh, that's really cute. She let me squish it, and I'm like, this is really nice texture. And she goes, yeah, I made my boyfriend buy it for me. And I'm like, I feel like I've seen those somewhere. Well, they sell them at Walmart, and I've resisted temptation thus far, but then I asked her, I go, have you ever seen the one that looks like a puppy? She was like, no, I've never, because hers is just like a regular circle. And so when I was in Walmart the other day, they had one blue puppy left. So I had to buy that
Perfect.
one. Yeah. And then I got her an orange puppy, and I got my mom a purple puppy. So I now have a squishy puppy. Um, but I do like the texture because I have one from work that is a cube, but it's like the plastic that's on the outside or the silicone that's on the outside is just sticky enough
Mm,
that it grabs everything,
mm-hmm,
dust,
mm-hmm.
hair, and I like if it was covered in fabric, which I probably could cover it in fabric, but I'm too lazy to do that. It's like the perfect firmness, but I just don't like that it's so dusty because I accidentally dropped it on the floor a couple
Oh my gosh, and
times.
then it gets like so dirty. Yeah, I have like a I
Yeah.
picked up like one, and she also got me another squishy yesterday. And by the time I was done playing with it, it was like cloudy. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
all of my like fidget toys, because I have a bunch at work too, they
Yeah.
all are dirty and gross. That's the problem with them, but they are fun to
Yeah.
play with, that's for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
my
So
giant cheese cube.
yeah, and I love my squishy puppy because like I have him on my desk and he's like the perfect shape that you can give him a good pat. Like you just
A
pat
good,
his
a
head
good
and
little.
he's so cute.
We
I
love
love him.
that. We love
Um
squishies.
yeah, I also have a lot of squishies. The temptation again, I work at a place that has a lot of like toys, especially fidget toys, and I'm like,
Oh, that's dangerous.
I don't need
That's
that.
why I could not work at like Five Below.
Oh, Five Below would be dangerous for a multitude of
Oh
reasons.
yeah, yeah for
I
sure.
also got, speaking of Five Below, I got one of those like wrist rest things, like you put it under next to your keyboard, so when you're typing, your wrist has
Oh
something to rest on.
yeah,
I got it from Five Below. It looks like a rainbow,
yeah.
um, but it's squishy, but it's like firm. So it's very entertaining to just like run my hands along. Like it is functional, especially when I'm playing like Marvel Rivals and stuff, because I tend to lean on my forearms,
hmm
so it's definitely nice when I'm playing on a controller. Um, but it's also a very
It's
nice squishy texture.
multifunctional.
Yes, and I am in fear that I will pop it one day and then I'll be very sad.
Yeah, that's how I
But
feel
for
about all of my
now,
squishies because I also like grip the life out of them.
yeah, or you get into that like you know how like when you have like a clicky pen and then you click it like really really fast for like a
Yeah,
multitude of like
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
one of
yeah.
those people. So
Me
like I'll
too.
start off squishing real slow and then I'll squish hard and fast and then sometimes I end up popping my squishies. And
Me
then I'm
too.
sad because and then it's all sticky and ugh.
And then yeah, it's a mess. It's not
Ugh.
fun.
No, it's really not. And then sometimes like in the squishies, you're like, I really didn't ever need to know what was inside that. And now I do, and now I can't unsee it, so now I can no
Now it's
longer buy that
everywhere.
squishy. Yeah. The one thing about I work in a craft store, so like there's a lot of children that come in and like squeeze the life out of the squishies. So I have had to literally clean up at least once a week a popped squishy. And
Which is
most of them,
fun.
yeah, super fun. Most of them, like we have a couple of them that have basically like clear slime in the middle, and so that's really gross to clean up. I still think the grossest one, which we actually don't carry anymore, it was a squishy banana,
Oh, hmm
and
hmm
people like people both adults and children alike will whip that banana around, right? Because it's banana shaped.
Isn't it
So
like beaded on the inside?
no, it's actually like a I guess like a buttercream frosting like texture,
Huh.
but it's white
Oh, fun.
coming out of a banana.
Fun.
Yeah, so there's other things that are banana shaped that also secrete white substances. So for a long time, I would say at least twice a month you would see a Pops banana with white cream coming out of it.
And then you had to clean it up.
And then I have to clean it up. And of course, because they're swinging it around,
hmm
it's on everything. It's 360 banana spraying white cream everywhere. So I have love hate. I love squishies. I just hate working at a place that sells. And I really wish they would put them in boxes because like the
Yeah.
Neato stuff comes in a box.
hmm
And I'm like, good, because then you can poke your finger in there and squish it, and like the cheese squish, but no playing. But all the other ones come in little plastic bags that children
Yeah.
open or that
Yeah.
parents
They don't
open for their
care.
children, and I'm like, no, let's not. I think that was probably the most random topic we've ever talked about on this podcast.
Yeah, pretty much.
um, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say for this episode. Casey, do you have anything to add? Any questions?
Um,
Any tidbits of info you would like to share with the audience?
the whole month of April is our birthdays, so you better get ready for the birthday celebration starting the next episode.
Yeah, it's my birthday
It's
episode.
the
That's
birthday
crazy.
episode.
That's crazy. This will be the. Is this the second birthday episode? No, this is the third one, huh? The third birthday episode?
No, I think it would only be the second.
Is it the second one? I
The
don't know how
second,
time
yeah.
works.
Me either. It's okay.
Um, but yeah. So it's crazy. I will be turning 30 once again.
Yep. 30.
Yep, for forever. It will
Forever and
always
ever.
be my 30th birthday. Forever.
So join
Um,
us next week for the birthday celebration.
yes, we're gonna talk about life. Probably we'll probably get a little serious for a little bit because that's how it always goes. I probably will be talking about Pedro a lot because
Hmm.
the premiere, as we're recording this, the premiere for The Last of Us season 2 is happening. So
Oh.
there's lots of content. And also I will leave you with this tidbit of information. I got a random message. Well, I would it kind of is random. So Casey, you know Travis, right?
Hmm.
Okay. So his girlfriend Colleen, shout out to Colleen, she's amazing. She works for Paramount. And so I got a picture from her today, and on my like phone all I can see is what the caption is, and it says this is for you. I'm like, oh. So I figured it was a picture of Pedro. She is like a real one. She sends me Pedro content all the time. Um and it was literally a picture that she took of Pedro. Like she got to
What?
see him
In
with
the
her own
flesh?
two eyes in person. I'll have
That's
to send
crazy.
you the. I mean, I did post it on my Instagram. I posted a screenshot of the message she sent me, but I'll have to send you the actual picture. And I was like, oh my god! And then it was
That's
like, because then like,
crazy.
yeah, and I'm like, oh, and then literally 2 seconds later, Travis texted me and sent me the same picture, and he's like, Colleen's at the premiere right now.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
And I was like, I love that you both make sure that I have my Pedro content, which I
Of
love.
course.
And then it was funny because then Colleen texted right after that and said, I may or may not be at the premiere. And I was like, Travis already threw you under the bus for that. So I already know you're there. And then she sent me the rest of her photos. So they're at the Chinese theater in Hollywood.
Very cool.
Yeah. And it's like decked out in like creepy plants and stuff to make it look like The Last of Us. They have some clickers walking around. But I've getting all the content from that already is already top notch. So be prepared next week for my birthday episode to just talk about Pedro Pascal even more than I already do.
Yes.
Which I know to a lot of people seems impossible, but it's not.
But
I
it's
promise.
not.
Yeah. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss my birthday episode and then Casey's birthday episode and all of the episodes of all the events we're doing. We've got a lot going on. It's very exciting. I'm going to be going to Star Wars night with Lauren, who we've had on the podcast before. So hopefully we can get her back on the podcast to talk about our Star Wars night
Yeah.
experience. And then we're going to have to get other Jamie on this podcast eventually.
Eventually. Eventually.
Other Jamie's got to get on here. But subscribe. Make sure to follow us on all the social media so you don't miss anything. And we will see you guys in the next episode. So bye.
Bye.